My name is Jim Thomas, and welcome to the Fitness Management Update. Our topic today is member retention in your gym. Now, one of the first things you want to be aware of is that, retention issues and member attrition, this can run anywhere from, 35% to 50%. I mean, you could lose, half your members on an annual basis. So while, retention in and of itself, it's not a singular thing. It's a little bit of everything that you do in a club. But it's a crucial area because just some small little ticks and small improvements can make a big difference. We want to give you some tips today on things that you can be mindful of, things that you can be aware of that can help make a difference in your member retention. Number one, I know many clubs have looked at these things in the past, and they might have what they might call a retention manager or somebody who's in charge of retention. And, we've taken a different approach to it. And we'll actually call that person a club concierge, and it's no different than a concierge that you might have in your recent hotel stay. They're there to serve your every need, your every desire, whatever it is that you want or need. They're there to help you get that. And so we want to take that same approach inside the club with this club concierge. Now, that club concierge could be an operations person. It could be a front desk person. Might even be somebody in sales that might have some of these duties, or it could be a standalone, depending on your budget, depending on the volume that you're working with. So, a few things that club concierge or you as a club owner can begin to look at. Number one is that early stage member usage. Now, the number we like to look at, we like to see that new member use your club 20 times first 60 days. So under the leadership of this club concierge, we want to put programs and systems in place that entice, that engage, that encourage your new members to want to use the club, the first 60 days. And it doesn't matter what they do. They can take a class, they can sit at the juice bar one night if that's what it is. But we want to get them in there early. We want to get that habit established quick. Okay. Number two is member usage overall. Once they join, we want them to keep coming back, okay? And so you want to have, point of contact information so that you can continually reach out to your folks with emails, text messages, phone calls. And, we talk, a lot about, in sales training, when you have appointments scheduled for people to come in, they don't show up, what's one of the key elements to that? Well, it's follow up and staying on those folks. And let's make sure we're also following up with people that are actually paying us, okay? And so with your club concierge, this can be an email format, text, phone calls, things of this nature. Don't let these members become what we would refer to as at risk by not using your club. And depending on your club, I would consider that someone who hasn't used it in 2 weeks and certainly someone who's not used it in 30 days, that person's at risk. Next is member satisfaction. You can do surveys and you can take polls and you can do lots of things. One of the things that I suggest you do is, go to SurveyMonkey, surveymonkey.com, and do a search for the survey for Net Promoter Score, and customize that for your club and send that out to all your members. And this will give you an idea of where you stand. And if you do this on a regular basis and really hold yourself accountable to improvement, much like you might hold yourself accountable to sales production, you will start to notice, happier members, a more friendlier club, a more satisfied member base. And then last on our list here today is additional services revenue per member. Members that spend in your club, they're more likely to stick with you longer. So, how can you influence this? Well, don't just wait for these folks to come to you. Let's, take a page out of, Merchandising 101 and let's promote. If you have pro shops, let's make sure we're promoting, various items in there. Let's make sure we're letting people be aware of what you have available. If you don't have much, let's get our thinking caps on and let's get some things together for you. My name is Jim Thomas, and this has been the Fitness Management Update.